Enough with this, Ravel. What other questions do you have? Shh! There will be a time enough for you to speak, my precious man. Ravel taps a talon against one of her yellow tusks. This question next. What do you feel for these that have come in with you? Do they matter in your heart? She smiles, black veins dancing in her eyes. Or are they tools for your will? Why do you want to know such a thing? Thick and stubborn as a Gitsurai. That is yet another question, but the answer shall cost you nothing. My answer is because I wish to know, no other reason. Now surrender your answer from your skeptical heart. They matter to me. Even with the gift. Ravel's ember's gaze falls on Dakan, then slides off to lock with your eyes again. Speak what he means to you and say it true, or blanketing my garden he will be. I don't know. How do I answer this? I mean, my gut instinct is to say that I do know him, but at the same time, do I really have him all figured out? He is my ally. I know him. He is my friend. Ah. Ravel nods, then she smiles again, her talons tapping against each other. Does that surprise you? What of the skull? Ravel doesn't even bother to look at Morty. Surely he matters not to one such as you. Or does he? I don't know how exactly to answer this, because I feel like Morty is certainly hiding something. I don't know enough about Morty yet to say. Curious, curiouser, curious her. Ravel smiles. Quite the puzzle box you are shaping up to be. What else lurks in the dark places of your mind? I hide nothing. Ah. Ravel's voice takes on a threatening weight, and she turns to fall from grace, her red eyes blazing. And here is the core of it. The abyssal temptress. Does she rise above the merely carnal to you? Or is she something else in your eye? Grace says nothing. She seems to be studying Ravel intently. You are suddenly struck with the feeling Grace is sizing up Ravel for weaknesses. Ravel turns back to you, clacking her yellow tusks as if in anticipation. Speak, precious man, but have a care where your words fall. I like her. She has many good qualities. I consider her a friend. Ravel slides her gaze off of you and narrows her eyes at Grace. Enough of these games, Ravel. Look. Ravel turns, clacks her tusks, then glances at Anna with a sneer. And what of this slip of flesh? The fiendling, the tiefling with the scarlet hair and the fiery passion. What is she to you, my precious man? I don't know. I'm not really sure. Screw it, I could fall in love with her. Ravel glances at Anna, then snorts, her black-veined eyes gleaming. So be it. Enough of these games, Ravel. Look, my next question is this. Ravel's voice drops, almost whispering, and suddenly you have a strange feeling she does not want to hear the answer. Why did you wait so long to return to me? Ravel grew lonely without you, precious man. The way to this place is difficult, Ravel. Is the way so hard? Yes, it is. A hint of a smile plays on the corners of her mouth. Then your visit is precious, and I give thanks. Have you another question for me? Ah, yes. The third and last question is this. As Ravel opens her mouth to speak her final question, you are suddenly gripped with the terrible realization that this final question has murdered many others to whom it has been asked. You know what it is, and you feel it welling up within you, and you feel compelled to ask it. What can change the nature of a man?
What can change the nature of a man?
What can change the nature of a man?
I see you have not forgotten. Ravel smiles, her yellow fangs gleaming. What is your answer? Pretty much any one of these, that's the problem. Oh man, which one do I choose? Ugh. Death. And that is your answer? The veins in Ravel's eyes begin to shift slightly, and she gives an evil smile. Be certain before you say. It may not be your answer, but it is my answer. And that is all I wished for, my precious man. Ravel's smile relaxes. A simple answer, and in the end, many other men have I laid low while they sought my answer. That's it? I thought... Countless times has the question been asked, and not once did the pathetic shells who came before me answered with their answer, but always sought to creep inside my mind and find what I thought. There is no truth in that. I don't believe you. In fact, I don't think they ever could have answered you true, even if it was true to them. Ravel falls suddenly, strangely silent. She is watching you warily. You never cared about any answer other than mine. Ever. Did you? Yet still you asked the question, knowing that no matter what the answer they gave, they would die by your hand.
Updated my journal.
Ravel hisses. Of course your answer was the only one I sought, for you were the only reason I asked the question. Do you think I cared for them? Tch! Do you think I even cared a fraction of the amount for them that I cared for you, my precious man? Answer me that. I'm through answering your questions, Ravel. Now you'll answer mine. Of course. Ever questions, ever questions. Why did you make me immortal, Ravel? It's what you wanted, seedling, and so you asked so sweetly. Now how could Ravel say no to one such as you? Immortality was your solution, and your challenge to me. My solution? But why? I don't know, seedling. Time has chipped away at my memories as well, it would seem. If you remember, tell me. I'm a curious myself. It must have been something important. Isn't it in the nature of the man to want to live forever? Only if what lies on the other path carries greater pain. Ravel, this is very important. Do you have any idea why I asked you to do it? Death was a thing you needed to dodge. An easy thing to say, mayhap, but to do it is not. Immortality, even with its flaws, was the best solution this withered mind could untangle. Yet, lead is not easily a change to gold, but it is possible, though the unwise. Unwise? Ravel. If water can be drawn from blood, mortality can be taken from a mortal, peeled back like a sticky film. So you pulled it off? The gulf between man and unman is great. You traveled the distance. I provided the means, but you crossed on your own. Ravel slaps her head and rakes her hand through her hair. Bad, Ravel. Mortals are too flawed to be made to last. Still they break. They must be dragged kicking and screaming into an unhealthy new mold. Unhealthy? So the ritual was flawed? Shortcuts must be made, and they can break the molded, for it is not always the mold that breaks, but the substance poured within it. Force something into a shape it was not meant to be, and it breaks. If I thought the material was of stronger stuff, but you have been broken. But I am immortal. Surely that was a success. You have survived long, immortal one, but you have become the prey of the creature that is life. She cups her hands, then reverses it, forming a canopy with her hands. The body is but a hut for the soul, but now no one dwells in your hut. What went wrong with the ritual? Puzzle flesh broken. Beautiful, beautiful mortal man. The ritual was not a finished thing. Ravel's brows wrinkle, and her talons pick at her hair, tugging on a long strand. The ritual gave you what you wanted, but... Great were the costs, the casting of shadows, the quiet, violent deaths of the mind, and the painstaking emptiness. These things are dangerous, were it all are in such a fragile vessel, no matter how strong a mortal man. Regret them and the ritual do I. Casting of shadows? Ungrateful shades, but ungrateful without cause? The shades, they hate you, nameless one, for they are fathered by you. Your children, once forsaken, they will never forgive. They will do everything they can to destroy the parent. Such is the way of the child. How do I father shades? These shadows. Uh-oh. Those things. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's really not good. Oh. That was... What, are they fleeing before? You cast shadows on existence, nameless one. With every death, a shadow arises fresh from the fields of your flesh. They wander for a time, but always they return, looking to murder their parent. Such is the way of many offspring. Ravel purses her lips in disapproval, then suddenly pokes you in the chest with a talon, and thankless young men such as yourself. Tell me more about this ritual. The quiet, violent death of the mind? 1,000 deaths and you recover from each. Not so the mind. The mind is much more fragile. Its scars run deep and do not heal. The brain is encased in a hard-boned shell, difficult to breach, but with no defense against that which eats at it from within. Painstaking emptiness? You have a hole where your mortality once lay within your shell. She makes her hands into a fist and shake it. Rattle, rattle goes the hollow man, a baby's plaything, but not but a tiny stone that clatters and clacks in your frame. Despite these problems, it seems like the ritual worked.
My journal.
Do you doubt Ravel? Of course I delivered on what was promised. Not long after the spell drew to a close, I killed you to see if it had worked. You struggled so, but I kept my grip tight and watched you die your first of many deaths. Ravel clacks her teeth. Then was I learned in its flaws. What flaws? Ego enwraps us like a prison. Forget I did, that it oft-times serves as a shield. Ravel clicks her tongue. My pretty, pretty thing, there is much wisdom and understanding in the truth that life is a preparation for the ultimate goal. Death. Our life is a means by which we learn how to die, if we forget such things. So that's when you discovered I lost my memories when I died. Yes, Ravel nods. Unfortunate. Without the mortality to hold such memories tight, the shell, a body is. So you took my mortality from me. Is it still intact? Ravel seems surprised, then alarmed. Yes, yes, yes. Fear not for a broken mortality, if you are here. Here? Here are talking at me. Intact your mortality must be. Such a thing cannot not be destroyed as long as you exist. You are an anchor of your mortal soul. As long as you are intact, so shall it be. Made to last are you. Ravel smiles and gives a wheezing laugh, for life swallowed you and spit you out. It swallowed him, but I don't know if he came out of that end. Enough of this. Look, Ravel, you took my mortality from me, and it has caused more harm than good. I would take it back now. You have had it over long, I think. Ah, you make a demand. Ravel's black-veined eyes sharpen and twist, taking a disturbing awareness, and she bares her yellow fangs. No, no, no. That, Ravel, I will not do. What is undone cannot be done. Why not? Ravel cannot give such a thing to you, my precious man, for Ravel has nothing to give. I never possessed you or your mortality, though I wish to keep them both in my garden as selfish affection's keepsakes. Trace the patterns of your flesh. But such things Ravel could not bring herself to do. Why not? You loved him! Anna breaks her silence. She sounds astonished. You loved him, you did! Ravel gapes a low, wide smile. Is that so hard for you to believe, fiendling? She cackles softly to herself. Does Ravel, being Ravel, and thus a myth, not deserve to carry such a feeling in her black brambled heart? No creature is undeserved of such a feeling, Ravel. Grace speaks softly. The histories do not paint such a compassionate picture of you, however. Tch! The past is past, and histories care little for us speaking the truth of it. Ravel frowns, then her voice drops slightly, threateningly, as she studies Grace. The feeling brushed me, yes, and now hold your silver tongue, abyssal daughter. I need not your soft words to cloud the air here. The man and I shall speak, and you shall bow out of this. I shall attend to you shortly. Enough, Ravel. If you don't have my mortality, where is it? I don't know, sweet thing, but if I were you, I'd get it back quick. No telling what horrible things someone could do to you if they held your mortality for ransom. Ravel clicks her talons together. It would be like holding someone's sweet, succulent soul. A puppet dancing on someone's strings, would you be? And a most sad puppet too. Too? Not knowing where it is, I do. Not know where it is, I do not. Well, it would have been too easy for you to know where it could be found. Looks like I'm off on another hunt. Ah, not so quick to rush off you should be. Ravel gives a horrid smile, her tusks gleaming. I do not know where your mortality lies, my precious man, but there is another may carry the knowing of such a thing. Another may know. Who? Ravel's eyes dimmed. As if she's staring at something in the distance, and her voice slows. Fair-skinned one, must you ask? An angel, a diva, one who soars on the wings of morning, and with his hands is the architect of horizons. He lies beyond my keeping, in another cage, in another prison. In his knowing is the knowing of what you wish to know. Ask him your questions, listen to his answers, use them as guides. Where can I find this angel?
My journal.
In a leaving this prison, to another cursed prison will you arrive, though it may not appear as such to casual glances. Step lightly and find the golden link in the ever-shortening chain. The light shall give the dark of the matter, and new paths shall open to you. Delightfully cryptic, though not surprising. Thanks. Ravel cackles. Of the past, I am not held to particulars. You are fortunate to receive anything, O caustic one. Perhaps so. In any event, I had other questions for you, Ravel. Of course. Ever questions, ever questions. I have some questions about you, Ravel. Who are you? Where did you come from? I, Ravel am I, a maker and breaker of puzzles, a solver of what cannot be solved, a mind raveling and unraveling until the threads of thought are tied up like knots in a drunken man's hair. Ravel picks at one of her jagged gray hairs, wrapping it around her finger. It is enough, and not enough it is. But what are you? Some have called you a night hag, whatever that is. Night hag? Ravel gives a ghastly smile, her yellow teeth like needles. I am but a woman who has sorely missed her beloved creation. Some have named me Crone, Grey Lady, Yaga Sister, Night Hag, but myself is my name. Ravel who puzzles well, providing conundrums to decipher and laying impossibilities low. But, many things are said about we Grey Ladies. A race are we night hags, but an individual am I. Some call us evil of old, stalkers of mortal dreams. The kindly ones, ugly, hideous things whose homes lie in the dark places of men's minds. Ravel's eyes narrow to reddish sparks, but that means nothing to me. Why would one such as you call one such as I a pretty thing? I would call you ugly. Yet ugly I need not be, pretty thing. My shape is but water to my will, and I may reweave its fibers to a more pleasing tapestry. Ravel glances at Fall from Grace, then smiles and licks her lips. Yes. Ravel, what?
I feel stronger.
I have become stronger.
Ravel has melted into Fall from Grace, taking on her demeanor, her features, her clothes. Is this shape more pleasing? Ravel smiles, her teeth now a brilliant, perfect white, the lips with just a hint of red. So cultured and breathtaking? She motions you to come closer. Come, my precious man. My lips do not burn with abyssal torments. Lay your lips upon mine. No, Ravel. Mayhap. Is it the rougher woman that you crave? The one of passionate fire? Ravel glances at Anna, who stiffens at Ravel's gaze pins her. Mayhap it is her that whets your appetite. Ravel has melted into Anna's shape, taking on her demeanor, her features, her leather vest. Is it the rough-edged woman that you crave? The one for whom age has not yet tempered her passions? Ravel's tails flickers as if in anticipation. Come, caress my lips with your own, and I shall please you. Ravel, stop these games. I have neither time nor patience for them. Resume your form. You blink, and Ravel is twisted back into her original form. A difficult man to please you are. Ha! And wonder do they why there are no males of our kind. What other shapes have you turned yourself into? Maybe some, Bebeth, none. Maybe some, Bebeth, none. Ravel seems confused by the question. I'm not remembered such. I've named Iveen, perhaps? Neither smarter nor martyr. So many threads and branchings, so many rebels, always stitching and mending and growing are my forms. You were Iveen? In the mortuary? That may have been one of my names, yes? Ravel looks more confused, her black vein's eyes becoming misty. Names are difficult to remember. Her voice became faint, like calling across a great distance. Martyr was balmy, Ravel, but she was not unkind and not helpful. If you were her, then you mean me no harm. I thank you. As you say her name, Ravel's face seems to shift. Her blue skin sags until she's wearing the same sour, curd-faced expression you saw on Marta's face. Come now, don't be all difficult on Marta. She raises the talon of her index finger like a scalpel and advances upon you. False, nasty corpse. Ravel's filthy talons jabs into her abdomen, then pulls it brutally downward in a saw-like motion. But there is no pain. You watch as her skin peels slowly back from her touch. No blood issues from the wound. Look at this, Marta. Look at this. Ravel's free hand digs into your chest, where she loops your intestines up like yarn and plucks them from your stomach. As she does, your stomach seals up, as if time was going backwards. Ravel holds up your intestines like a trophy. Pretty, eh, Marta? One shouldn't swallow such a thing. No. Can I have those back, please? I might need them later. She hands you the ropey mess. Despite the freshness, the fluids surrounding your intestines have dried like resin. It feels more like a loop of glazed rope. Thanks. I'll treasure this always.
Updated my journal.
Ravel nods slowly. As well he should, shouldn't he, Marta? Yes, he should, Marta. Powerful magic to be found in the guts of an immortal. Yes, not like teethies or eyes. What other shapes have you been? Mabeth? You were Mabeth? That may have been one of my names, yes? In her own ways, Iveen helped me, Ravel. That means you helped me. I thank you. Almost unconsciously, Ravel hands reach out for you, and just for a moment, you swear they are Iveen's talons. Okay.
Updated my journal.
Alright, a bit of extra that. Dumb zombie. Okay. Why did you help me, Ravel? I cannot help but help you, my precious man. And that will always be true, no matter how many Ravels there be. On this they agree. What is this place? What? Ravel gestures around her. Once a maze of lifeless stone it was, featureless, but a small black seed was wound in my hair when I came to this place, and it grew strong among the stone, flourishing, until it ran thick throughout the maze like the unraveling hair of a crone. And so this maze of another becomes my garden. Why were you in prison, Ravel? I tried to help a lady, and kindly she did not take it. The Lady of Pain? You tried to help her? My offering of help was unwelcome. I tried to set her free. Sigil is the cage, a city of doors and locks. Is a prison for her. It must be, mustn't it be? Why else call the city of Sigil the cage? And who is caged? The lady! A prison so small for one so great. Unjustness, wrongness, intolerable to torment a woman thusly. I think I know who should be in a cage. I tried to break the cage. Let the lady go free. She makes a shooing motion, her expression becoming pained as she scatters invisible birds. Shoo, shoo, O pained woman. Let Sigil's ring be broken so you might fly far from its filthy streets and the stupid dabblers that dare not speak in words for fear their thoughts would be overheard. Ravel's hands slowly stop their shooing motion, and she gives a slow sigh. Before I get finished, I have found myself here, and my memory is none the better for the trip. Much has slipped away, much forgotten, yet it was. Ravel smiles with her yellow teeth. The dwindling of memories has become a comfort to these old bones. Much have I forgotten. I am fortunate in that I still remember you. Ravel, but why did you try to free the Lady of Pain from Sigil?
Updated my journal.
Ravel's voice drops, almost reprimanding. I resent anyone, even the power, being imprisoned and think that everyone, whether stones, shores, or quiet-bladed ladies, should be free. Some have said more fool. I. Why risk such a thing, they said. Is that why you were trying to do... Is that what you were trying to do when I met you so long ago? Were you trying to set me free? Quite possibly. Possibly quite. Life's changed, and fear of death may have gripped too tightly on the man I knew. Knew? Knew then. Ravel picks at one of her jagged gray hairs, wrapping it around her fingers. No liking for chains and cages does Ravel have. Ah, so I was caged somewhere? Or changed? Or changed? Chained? Ugh. It sounds to me as if your memory is stirring, Ravel. Yes. Ravel blinks for a moment, and her black veined eyes become duller, as if she has been struck with a heavy weapon. Her talon tightens around the gray hair, so tightly it looks like she is about to tear it from her skull. Made up. You were trapped, but it was no normal cage that held you. Do you have any idea what held me?
Updated my journal.
Ravel looks confused, and her face twists as if she is fighting an unpleasant thought. I have forgotten. Mayhap a promise? No, no. Her finger tightens around the gray hair, and to your surprise, there is a snap like a twig breaking, and Ravel tears the hair from her head. A trickle of black blood worms from beneath her skull, and she hisses in anger. Ravel, are you all right? No more, will I say? Ravel's face wrinkles in pain. The talon, covered with the blood-tipped gray hair, even plucked from her head, it looks jagged and stiff. I do not know, and no knowing shall I share. She stares down at the gray hair wrapped around her talon, and then she hisses and flicks it at you. Take this and leave the past where it lies, half-man. Very well, Ravel. Then there is nothing more to be said on this matter. Thank you for the information you have given me, Ravel. I must leave now. Hold! Ravel's voice drops to a low hiss, like that of a serpent. The most important question you have yet to ask, my precious man. Has it occurred to you yet? Yes. I need to know how to leave this place. Do you know the answer to this question? I know the branchings of this place, the twistings and bendings and burrowings. Though there are no leaves here, one may take their leave when they wish it. So you do know how to leave? Wrap your hands about you like a branch. Make them encircle your chest like a cage. Step from the edge of the maze into the darkness, and into another cage your body shall go. A simple leaving, but there is no return when the final step is taken. So take heed, and take what you need before you take the step. Which of the ages of the maze do I leave by? Which? A question posed to the witch. Which? One of the edges knows, not I. The remembering of which has failed me, and the edges of the maze have had little to say on the matter. You've known how to leave? All this time? Then why don't you leave? Why stay when one can leave is your question to me? Ravel breaks into a crooked smile, displaying a row of fangs. I turn the question upon its head and send it scurrying back to you. The answer lies not in the staying or leaving, but in the causes and reasons, my precious half-man. Don't you want to leave? It is a want but not a now want, and more a not wanted want. What do I need that lies beyond my brambled walls? It is a cruel, jagged world beyond the edges of this maze, and Ravel has pulled enough of its shards from her skin. Very well. Thank you, Ravel. I must bid you farewell. As you are about to utter your farewell, you suddenly feel a crawling sensation in your skull, and you notice that Ravel's black-veined eyes have taken on a strange predatory fire. You're not going to let me leave, are you, Ravel? A perceptive question, yet it is not the real question. Ravel's voice takes on a strange whisper, very sad, that sends a faint echo through your mind. The question is, do you wish to leave me, half-man? I have to. It is important that I find out all I can about myself, and there is much more I need to know. There is a terrible shimmering in the air around Ravel, and the sound of snapping twigs and cracking tree limbs, and the horrid sound of the trees bending and splintering. What? Ravel's lips peel back, and her voice is becoming shrill, like a howling wind. What do you know of knowing, half-man? Know this. Know you will stay here until the end days in my brambled garden, never to leave, and you shall love me, as you were meant, as you promised. Ravel, calm down. I need to leave, but I shall return. Don't. I shall not let you leave. I have the power to keep you here, and I shall use it. My black-barbed maze shall not allow you to travel beyond it while I live, my precious, precious man. Ravel, I don't want to fight you. Don't do this. Allow my passage and I shall return to visit you. You need not be alone in this place. Return? Return as you claimed you would so long ago? No, no, you shall not lie to Ravel twice. No more centuries will I wait for you. Ravel's lips peel back and her talons seem to grow into fiendish claws. Here in my garden you will stay, and to wander the plains you will no longer. Ravel, calm yourself. There is no need for this.
You have forgotten your place, half-man. Humility is in order.
Ravel, don't do
Updated my
this.
journal.
Attend me, my pets.
And I'm fighting her while I'm badly wounded on most of my characters. This is gonna be fun. Okay, are there any other healing things? Probably give these to Fall from Grace. Morty should be durable enough, but at least I've got these in here as well.
Ignis hears you.
Alright, no mercy this time. Fiery rain. Let's take these guys
I hear
down.
your words.
Aye? Why not?
What the hell? Oh, you put him to sleep. Here, take this. That should help you keep going. Alright. Well, that certainly hurt that one.
My jaw is hanging on by a thread. Would you give me a hand here?
I got you, Morty. Just keep going on him.
I will hear you. There can be
I like the amount of damage I just saw.
Practice it. A lot of practice. Time is a lot of practice, it seems.
Now, this again. Okay. Ignis, stop. Calm down.
Jaw is hanging on by a thread. Would you give me a hand here?
Okay, I need to get you back on your feet.
What do you wish of Ignis?
Bond sings true.
Grab what you can. Then fall back and grab one of the clock charms. Actually, just use a bunch of these up.
How may I help?
I wish I could see how wounded you are. Don't realize how much you enjoy that feature from other CRPGs. Till it's gone.
Damn.
Almost there, hopefully. Real quick, what is in your mage spellbook? What is the Infernal Shield? Okay, extra fire resist. What's this? Let's hope it's enough.
What is thy bidding?
Try again. Oh, you got her again? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to keep you back for the rest of this battle.
Grace? Oh, this isn't good at all.
Oh, you got Morty next? Crap, I'm not gonna be able to revive everyone.
Right,
Tanja's Valley. Tanja's Valley.
right.
Alright. What else can you do? I'm gonna need some of your spells next.
I'm wounded. But I shall serve. I shall serve.
Actually, I don't think I have any more casts of Praise Undead, do I? Oh, I have one more. Okay. Nope, I don't have any more.
I'm gone.
The flames await.
Ah, this again. Well, that killed most of my party.
Worse than last time.